Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 4, yes, 4, yeah, 4, of The Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 playthrough. Last episode, we cleared out the rest of the human's old stronghold and set fire to Zephon and consumed his soul. And now we have to, well, I'll just let her recap, because she also recaps.
Like a corpse in a shallow grave, corruption rises to the surface. Beyond these pillars, the defiled victim mutely screams its outrage.
So yeah, we were told that now that we have Zephon's soul, we can find out something that was hidden for centuries. So it doesn't tell you properly, but you do have to come back here, and there's a little wall thing you climb up. And then right here is a hidden little passageway that leads to some doors. And then, of course, you know, we got to do the old questing, puzzling, exploring. You know, the classic Soul Reaver formula. Both doors lead to the same place, by the way. Also, pulling this out just so we can kill this guy properly. You know, got to make sure he's gone for good. But yeah, we basically just got to follow the path. Both of the doors lead out the same way. It's just one has a way back, whereas the others don't. But we're basically just heading on out to try and discover whatever secret Kain has hidden away. As the well, I don't really know what the creature, demon guy, I don't know what he is. The god thing that, you know, guides us. We'll call him our master. Yeah, we'll just call him our master.
The ancient tomb of the Seraphim, once impenetrably sealed, now ravaged by Nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Kain was made, the Seraphim warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
So yeah, this is the stronghold of the Seraphim. There's like the Seraphim priests. They basically hunted vampires pretty much into extinction almost. So, you know, we don't really like them very much right now because, you know, we are kind of still a vampire, but we were a vampire, so, you know, we're not happy. But up here is another area for us to be able to teleport to, so we can teleport to and from the Seraphim stronghold as and when needed. Again, the teleporters in this game are extremely useful. They help you get around quite a bit, especially because, you know, as you unlock new abilities, there are, you know, new things in areas that you used to go that are available. You know, classic sort of exploration type game, you know.
Take heed, Raziel. A forgotten history lies within. Know thyself, though it may destroy you.
Ooh. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna head on in here and discover whatever lies within. I believe there are vampires in here. So we're gonna take care of these bad boys nice and quickly. Scoop. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure there's like one around almost every corner. Ow. And spear. I still love throwing the weapons at them, like just spiking them. It's so fun. So fun. Right, yeah, I was gonna say, we've pretty much, this is what we have come here for.
As I pulled the stone free, a sigh of sepulchral air escaped the inner chamber. I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold. These crypts, defiled caskets of Seraphim saints, bearing my brothers' names, and my own. The irony of Kain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were a Seraphim, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Kain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
So yeah, we were the awful, evil Seraphim that nearly wiped out our race. So yeah, that's not good. But, you know, it is what it is. Another thing that it really just expects you to just figure out is that you don't actually have to leave this place and go, like, from here. You have to shift into the spectral realm to drop down here. I did it by accident because when I played through it again, I was like, well, you know, I want to check, see if there's anything I can do in here in the spectral realm, and then this happened. So, I was like, I don't know if I was supposed to find this or not, and I was. But, yeah, it basically leads us to, like, a little secret hidden area under here. Go away, vampire spirit, we don't care about you.
Heretic, you shall not pass.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog? Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of your demise.
Kain killed me once. Behold the result. I have no more to fear.
Yeah, you tell him, Raziel. We ain't scared of this little bitch boy. So this is like supposed to be a tougher enemy, like one of the first tough enemies. Ish enemies anyway, like he's... Oh my goodness, I just realised, yeah. I was about to be like, he's not that tough, and then I just started mashing and not focusing. Right, yeah, no, he's like tough for the stage we're at now, I guess you could say, but other than that, not really. I mean, when we have the Soul Reaver, he's nothing. See? Ooh, little orb.
This relic has infused you with the power to compress and manipulate space. As your symbiotic weapon, the Soul Reaver is also thus enhanced. You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
Yeah, this, in my opinion, is one of the best abilities in the game. It's so useful. So helpful. It's actually kind of unreal how helpful it is. I can't remember what is this way. Sorry, I know I probably shouldn't. Check. Yeah, we'll just leave for now. Because I can't remember what's up there. And I don't want to do anything I'm not supposed to do just yet. Oh, actually, we'll just check. We'll check. We'll check, because I'm a stickler. And I want to make sure, you know, I'm not missing any collectibles. It's like I said, there's not loads of collectibles, but there's quite a few areas in the game for collectibles, and it's just difficult to remember where they all are and what every path leads to, because some paths just lead wherever. Yes, that makes sense. It just leads out of the stronghold. Okay. Oh, I'm a dummy sometimes. Wasted time, guys. I wasted time. But at least we know. At least we know. So yeah, what we actually have to do is we're going to use the kinetic beam now to blast open that, and then we can just push it out. Could have shot it again, but it's just quicker to, well, not really quicker, but you know, we just did it that way, okay? That's just how we did it. Right, now we move on. I'm going to change into Spectral Realm, otherwise when we touch the water, it'll do a little animation, and then, yeah, it's a lot more time consuming to do it that way. So we will do it this way. Damn it. God damn it, Bobby. I messed up. I fell. Right, try this again. Jump. And absorb soul, and we transform here primarily because over there is vampires, and we don't want to transform right in front of the vampire because then we could lose our soul reaver. So that's why we transformed there. But now it's just a basic, simple little puzzle. You just got to fly over there, aim at that, and then bop that off, and preferably not do what I just did and fall all the way off, but once you've done that, you can then jump across the pillars properly to make it up there. So it's basically just like a quick little sort of tutorial-ish type area for the use of the Kinetic Blast with the Soul Reaver. You can also, like it said, you can't do it when you don't have the Soul Reaver. But it's more powerful in the sense of damaging enemies when you have the Soul Reaver. Again, another double way that I'm just like, ooh, which way is it? Right, let's take care of this guy. The good part about it is, as well, as you can just blast enemies flying. And if you blast them into walls, they end up getting knocked like that, and then you can just take care of them nice and easily. Like I said, it's so good, so busted. Right, we can also break these types of glass panes. And blast him away. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Right, well, we'll just burn these ones. Yeah. And I set fire to these bitches. Give me your soul. Ow. Soul. Thank you. Plop that down. Grab you. And waste this guy. Yeah. And there we go. Take that soul. To be honest with you, I don't think there is anything we can actually do in here. I think it's just an area for us to charge this. Yeah. I would be correct. So we need to go in, yeah, because when we go into the spirit realm, there is nothing here. So we need to go in the spirit realm and then go through the gateway instead. Like I said, this game frequently gives you like multiple choices on which ways to go, and you kind of just gotta figure out which way is the right way. And sometimes it isn't the right way, but then it is the right way. Like once you, ow, then right. Hang on, let's see if we can. There we go. I was gonna say I know there are things here. Ow. So yeah, these enemies are a little bit annoying, especially when paired up. But it's fine, because we can handle them, we can absorb their soul, and all will be well. See? Just like that, they are done though. Right. Let me have a quick look around. Yes, okay, we do have to do what I thought we had to do. So basically for moments like this, we have to use the Kinetic Blast. Again, this is what it looks like when without the Soul Reaver. To hit, well, this thing towards the wall. So then we can change back into the spirit realm. Let's kill this vampire first though. And then go through the wall and up. See what I meant by a few episodes ago with using the Spectral Realm a lot? I feel like in the second game we don't really use the spectral realm anywhere near as much, really, for certain puzzles. There are a few that involve it, obviously, it's not like completely none, but not too many. That way I'm almost 90% sure is not a way to go. Yes, okay, right, so we are very close to where we're going to go now. So we're basically now heading to Rahab. So we are going to be encountering some water, because the game at this point is like, here, have loads of water to deal with, and if you fall in it, you've got to do your puzzle all over again. So we got to be careful, we got to be mindful in the rest of the areas, because water becomes a big thing. But we're gonna jump on this teleporter so that way we can come back here whenever we want. Also, there's gonna be an achievement for, basically, there's like, when we get to a certain point, a cutscene will play, and the achievement basically is to get to the next area you have to get to without touching any water. So it's like really hard to do, especially when you don't know like what you're doing and where you've got to go. And in general, it can be difficult. But luckily, when you're in the spectral realm and you go in water, you're technically not in water, so it's fine. You can do it that way. But we've got to blast this thing open, and this is the cutscene that plays. So if you are playing through this game with me, or in general, and you want all the achievements, when you get this cutscene...
Once a sanctuary against the vampire menace, this abbey has been drowned by the deluge spilling from this wounded land. Your brother Rahab and his brood, devastated even by the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, overcame their vulnerability to water and retreated from the surface. Now they haunt these ruins and glide in the darkness of its stagnant depths.
So, yeah. After that, this cutscene just played. Now, if you want all the achievements, you have to get to the next area without touching any water. I will attempt to do it for you guys, so you can see how it is done. But there's a chance I won't get it right. Those things, they don't count as you landing in the water, by the way. In case you were wondering. But yeah, Rahab and Rahab's brood are immune to water, unlike most vampires, which, you know, that's pretty good for them. So they've kind of evolved into like watery, mermaidy, lizardy type things. But sunlight absolutely wrecks them 10 times more than a normal vampire. So they basically are hiding in the shadows of this cavern and under the water. But we are going to fight a lot of Rahab's brood. Damn it, there is no map. Okay. Yeah, a lot of Rahab's brood. As you can see, they're very lizardy, reptile-y. Not very pretty. You can't throw them in water to deal with them either, which is annoying. Right, yes, forwards, if I'm remembering correctly. Also grab this, so we have a weapon now. But yeah, this area, it's, I think, quite short, especially compared to the area we were just in last episode. Like, last episode has a lot more puzzles and things in the area we were in, whereas this area, I feel like it doesn't. It's like almost nowhere near as long, in my opinion. But I suppose that's because I know what I'm doing, I guess. If you don't know what you're doing, it takes quite a while, but probably not. It's still not as long as the last area. So this is another area that's like the tricky part about getting there without touching the water. So you've got to obviously go through these pillars, and you've got to make sure you don't touch the water. A trick to kind of, because the movement in this game, even now, it's still quite tricky. Yeah, see, now we won't get that achievement. I've already got the achievement, but, you know, had I been aiming for it, or if you're playing and you're aiming for it, you would need to basically like reset back to where you just were. So a tip is to save it before you save the game just before that cutscene, or just after that cutscene, so you can go back to it if you really want all the achievements. But yeah, a little movement tech. Are we gonna have to go down there and yeah? Okay, a little movement tech for this game. When you like jump to an ledge and you're trying not to like fall off and fall in the water like I did, the trick is to, when you land, instantly hit the crouch button. You know, this button, because it basically makes it so you can't fall off the edges. It's not perfect, sometimes you do still fall, but it's better than not doing it and falling, guaranteed. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, this game is, god damn it, this game is quite tricky with its platforming at times. As you can see, like, I've played through this game a good 5 times, and I still am falling in at these areas. Like, it's just one of those things, but it's part of its charm for me. You know, this game is great in my opinion. Like I said, I love this game. I love Soul Reaver 2 as well. I know a lot of people aren't as big of a fan of Soul Reaver 2 as they are this game. I get why, I get their reasonings, but at the same time I also still really love Soul Reaver 2, so I mean, I don't know, it's great, it's a great game. They're both great games for different reasons in their own right, but both for story are just, this game franchise is some of the most rich in story and lore. I don't know half of it probably, so you know, that's on me. I haven't really played too many of the games, you know, because back then I couldn't really afford games all the time, so I unfortunately only got to play through Soul Reaver 1 and 2, but my hope is they will make a remaster for the 3rd and Blood Omen, so I can get to play through that. But we'll see how it be. So again, by here, if you're aiming for the achievement, you switch into the spectral realm before going in the water. And then it still counts as you having not gone into the water. But now what we've got to do is we've got to come right to this corner, leap up, and then leap up again. See, finicky sometimes. Right, leap up again, and then there's a little thing here. It took me a little while to figure this out when I was younger, but you know, that's the game. It likes to throw not so obvious curveballs and challenges at you. Now comes the tricky part again when it comes to getting the achievement. You have to make it across all of this without falling and landing in the water. Again, not so easy, but still doable, as you saw. Get rid of these guys. Yeah, eat my little blasts, and then da. Yeah. Absorb his soul. Zap him again. There we go. And pop, just like a little zit. It's great. And then now we aim at this and shatter that. And then again, got another bit where you gotta be careful, because if you fall in the water, oh, I almost fell then. If you fall in the water, you don't get the achievement, and it's a long way back. It's a pain to go all that way back, trust me. But yeah, so now we've got here. You basically have to make it from here to here, and then once you get here, the achievement, and you ring the bell, the achievement will pop if you haven't fallen in the water. Like I said, they do throw a fair bit of challenge at you for it, but ultimately it can be, you know, you just got to get the right go of it. Didn't take me too long personally to get it. I mean, I played through this game like 5 times, like I said, so I was like, well, while I'm playing through it, might as well get all the achievements. So, you know. But now you can touch the water whenever you want. But we're still gonna, you know, transform instead of just walking on in. Long set of stairs. We should... In fact, we should be approaching the end of this area now. Which again, do you see what I mean by, like, we're only 25 minutes in. And we've had story and all. So, we got here quick compared to the last area. But this literally is the boss room. We are here. That's how quick this area is. Do you see what I mean? But here is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Rahab. Circling us like a shark. I do really like his design, to be fair. I mean, I like all of their designs. There's the boy, scales and all.
Rahab, you have adapted well to your environment, for one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Kain said you would come.
You speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he tell you?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Kain spawned us?
Human.
Seraphan, Rahab. The antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
So yeah, Rahab kind of knew we were coming. Probably to be expected, considering, you know, 2 of his brothers have been killed, and he probably knew about that. But this boss fight does not tell you what you got to do. But you basically just got to shoot these little glass panes to pop open the sun and damn it. Yeah, you've just got to shoot the glass panes to pop open the sun. He's a really easy boss, like super easy, really. The hardest part is not falling in the water, to be honest, and then getting back out of the water. Yeah, but it's also because they, you know, they did not have a lot of time. I don't know if, you know, I've explained in previous videos before, or if I've mentioned it at all, but this game was, you know, released in '99, and it wasn't supposed to be. They were basically forced to release it early, so they had to scrap elements that weren't ready, and I believe they had to alter the story. In this remaster, the new developer team used all of the, you know, old resources from the old developer team. So they managed to make it so in this game you can go in and see the areas that were cut, and what they would have been like, as well as 2 more bosses that very sadly got cut, and a bunch of other upgrades, which is again really sad, but hey, studio's gonna studio. When they force you to release it early, you gotta do what you gotta do. The game still slaps. Yeah, but we kind of cook him alive with light. I don't know why Bro even put windows that could be broken in here. Although I suppose it's probably taken over, so he didn't really build it. But yeah, his soul is now ours. Yes. Delicious.
Infused with Rahab's soul, you have overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch. Immersion in water will no longer dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your...
Hey! So yeah, as you could probably imagine, the upgrade for beating the vampire that was immune to water is we are finally no longer vulnerable to water ourselves. And this does help us quite a bit. It unlocks quite a few areas. And some upgrades, potentially, maybe, who knows. Of course, we are going to be heading to an area right now that is in Rahab's dominion for an upgrade. It is a very good upgrade. It is the only one of its kind, sadly.
Beyond the maelstrom of the abyss, a subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territory of your brother Dumas. Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry where your progress was previously impeded.
Hey. So yeah, we can now swim to gain access to where we wanted to go before. But we're not going to do that just yet. Although I guess we are doing it because the game doesn't really tell you how to get out of this area. Because the way you came in is actually blocked off. So you can save and quit and it'll just take you out. But, you know, I figured you guys would prefer to know exactly how to do it. So, what you gotta do is you're gonna come down here, and now that we can swim, we can blast this thing open. And then, obviously, go through here. And this is actually the way you have to use to get out. It's... I don't know how or why they expected you to be able to discover this, but I guess they were kind of hoping we would have seen the glass pane while exploring down there to find your way, and thought, oh, well, I'll be able to break that at some point if I wasn't in the spirit realm, and then when you get the ability to swim, they were probably expecting you to think, I can go back to it. But what we've come down here for is this. This is also hidden down here. And like I said, it is the only one of its kind, unfortunately. Again, because of cut content. They did plan on doing other ones, but unfortunately this is the only one in this game.
This elemental forge is tuned to the Soul Reaver's energy. Once baptized in his primordial flame, the blade may be imbued with fire at any future time.
So yeah, now we have the Fire Reaver. They did plan on adding other elemental reavers, but like I said, unfortunately it got cut for time. But the Fire Reaver is really good. Whenever I get the chance to use it, we are going to be using it, because like I said, it is really good. It's, if you like shoot an enemy with the Fire Reaver with our like kinetic blast, especially if they don't know you're there, which you can, you know, get away with quite a bit, it just kills them. It's brilliant. It just roasts them alive, and then on you go. But the way out is this way. I know, right? Who actually would have thought about this? Again, it's wild what they assumed, but we're being chased by Rahab's little fishy friends, little fishy brood. We unfortunately don't have a way to actually deal with them while we're underwater, which always really frustrated me. I don't understand why, but ho hum, ho hum. But yeah, now we just swim our way out. Basically you just got to find your way through. Nothing too taxing, and then you come out here. Do you remember we came? It's basically in our stronghold, that water area that we couldn't do anything with because, you know, we couldn't be in water. So now that we're here, there is also another secret that is this way. Took me a little while, but I eventually noticed it, and I was like, what is this? And it leads to here. A fire shrine. So obviously we've got the Fire Reaver, but what we really want is the fire glyph. So that is what this area is. We are obviously now going to be going through the motions to get the fire glyph. The fire glyph, like, it basically wants us to do some puzzles for it first. Unlike the force glyph, where the puzzle was push over 3 pillars. The fire one isn't so easy. It's still not really a challenge. But yeah, they added quite a few glyph power-ups. So I don't know if we're gonna get all of them, but we're gonna get most of the ones that I remember where they are. But yeah, now it's just giving us a little scenic view of the area. Yeah, so what? One, two, three, four, five, six glyphs. We've got one, and we're about to get two. So 4 more glyphs. Whether or not we're gonna get them, I don't know. Like all of them. We've got all the Reaver upgrades, like I said. So we don't need to worry about will I or won't I get all the Reaver upgrades because we have all the Reaver upgrades. Damn it, I fell. Okay, that's not reachable. There we go. So yeah, we'll see, because some of the glyphs require quite a lot to get, and it takes a lot of time. So again, I don't know if you guys are gonna want to spend that much time dealing with that. But yeah, so oh no, I just realized something. Ooh, I think I did this in the wrong order. Because it wants you to do it in a specific order, because I'm pretty sure there are 2 doors, and I just went in the wrong door first, basically, like I did in I think it was in Zephon's area. It wasn't last episode because it was the very beginning part of Zephon's area, which I did not do in that episode. I did in the episode before. Yeah, so we got to get through there, and unfortunately I am a dum-dum because we're going to go through this door first now, and we got to do the old spinner switch and quickly shift to the spectral realm. But this is what I mean by you can just shoot them and they'll die. Can you? There we go. Roasted. No problem. Fire Reaver takes care of everything. Honestly, such a great upgrade. Right, so let's spin this. And with this one, we got to do it, like, instantly. Oh, wow, that's like the most open I've ever had it. Normally it closes so quick that, like, there's just about a gap for me. But, hey, I'm not going to complain, So yeah, we came all the way here to spin this in order to open said doorway. Because obviously, with the Fire Reaver, as you have probably just seen, when we go into the Spectral Realm, we lose the Fire Reaver. So now we need to go back through the door we went through before, go across the pillars again, and then claim the Fire Glyph. Words sometimes just don't work for me. I'm not sure about how you guys function, but sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, if you're a consistent viewer of the channel, but sometimes words just escape me. Speaking is hard sometimes. I don't know why, I've always struggled with it ever since I was a kid. Sometimes just, like, I'll be thinking of a word and it just won't come to my mind. Or like, I know what word I mean, or I know what it is. Like, it's hard to explain, I don't know. Just, yeah, I don't know. But now that we have the Fire Reaver again, we can now go and light that little area in order to finally get the Fire Glyph. Now, this is like one of the quicker glyphs to get. There is another glyph that is such a pain to get. Like, you have to go through so much just to get it, and then there's another glyph as well, actually, that is even more of a pain to go through to get. So yeah, they don't make them easy. They start out a little easy to get, and then the game's like, nah. They were like, here, push these 3 pillars over, and then they just ramped it up. Ramped it all the way up. But there we go. Now we have lit this and activated the statue. You do a big roar. Hell yeah. We got it. The power of fire. Cha. So yeah, that is our new glyphy glyph. Fire! It is, as you can imagine, pretty good at killing vampires. A lot better at killing vampires than the Force Glyph is. So obviously, more than likely from now on, unless we're like by water to blast them off the edge, we're probably going to use the Fire Glyph. Although the Fire Glyph does cost a lot more of our resources, so I guess we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, now we just swim on back out and then head back on up through our stronghold. And yeah, I'm gonna... This isn't the end of the episode, because with this, you know, newfound ability, there is another area we can go. So, with 2 more things for us to collect, I think. So I will cut to when we are there. Okay, we're back basically at the stronghold, you know, for Zephon's area. If you remember, there is this area that I went through and there was nothing we could do yet. Well, now that we can swim, we can shift back into the normal realm here and swim on through, and there's basically like a higher up ledge that we can swim up to. I can't fully remember what this leads to, but we're gonna find out together. Just hoping it's not the way I'm supposed to be going, because there's always the chance that it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, oh, no, it's not. Right. I think I know what this area is, and this area takes a long time to do, so we're gonna skedaddle back this way. And we will tackle this part of the area in the next episode. Right, okay, now for the actual reason we came here. If you remember, we obviously got the ability to go up here. We got the ability to go up here because of the airflow. And now that we can climb, and that we have the kinetic blast, we can skadoosh this open and get another one of the glyph energy upgrades. So now we can, you know, use more glyphs again, which, again, some of the glyphs cost quite a bit to use, especially the good ones. Can you just let me? So now that we have that one, we basically need to go down here, nice and quickly like, because there is once again another thing that we can blast through with the telekinetic blast. Just shoot muggins over there and shatter that open, and then boom, another area for us to go in. I wonder what could be in here. I don't know, guys. Let's find out. Right, let's go into the spectral realm. Push on through and keep walking, and transform back here. So this area, we gotta pick up this little gong whacker. This little gong whacker whacker whacker. And then, as you can see, there is a climbable surface through the surface that we, you know, went through. So obviously, what are we gonna do? We're gonna climb up here with our little gong, a gong. And this bit, it's a little tricky. You gotta basically throw it and hope that it landed on the other side safely, because you need to transform into the spectral realm and then transform back this way. Oh, I'm a silly goose. I didn't break the pane, I forgot. Oh no, where's the gong bit gone then? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh raggy. Ah, I might have lost it or made it despawn. Oh, wait. Nope, it's here. It's here. Whew. I was worried then. I was like, oh no, that's going to be a pain to make respawn, but it's alright. We walked over the right patch. Luck is on our side. The game wants us to do this. Right, so once again, we've got to aim it quite high up, and now that there's no pain... Ooh, that might have been too high. But yeah, now that there's no pain, we should have managed to get it up here. Oh no, but it landed on here, so we take those. Because we then need to throw that there and transform again. And then back again. And plop. Watching that fall was cute. And what we need the gong thing for is to give this bell a little whack. Give it a go, dong! And then we get some rumbling. Broke the pillars. And we broke the bell. But it gives us the sound glyph. Which isn't as useful as some of the others, but it's still a good glyph, you know. Well, I mean, all the glyphs are good. Yes. Blast. Nice big ball of energy. So yeah, that's 3 of the 6 glyphs tamed. So yeah, it basically just does that. Hits them with the old zip zap sound blast. If we encounter any symbiotes, we are golden. But that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. It has been quite a long recording session for me. It's been about an hour and 10 minutes, so I'm going to be editing that down, obviously. But I hope, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. We did quite a lot today. We got to Rahab's area, uncovered Kain's secret, gained 2 new abilities, well, and then the Fire Reaver and 2 new glyphs. Yeah, today has been a jam-packed episode. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode or video. Bye!